What if I told you about a wild bobcat that secretly watched humans, learned their ways, and left a message that made everyone rethink what animals really understand? You won't believe what happened. Before we start, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more incredible stories. It was the winter of 2002 when Ethan Ward moved into a remote ranger station deep in Idaho's Clearwater Mountains. He'd taken the job to escape city life after losing his father. Surrounded by quiet woods and endless snow, he thought he'd find peace. But what he found instead was something unforgettable. One snowy evening, Ethan noticed a pair of glowing eyes just beyond the tree line. A lean bobcat crouched there, staring. Every night after that, the animal returned, sitting at the same spot and watching Ethan's cabin. At first, Ethan ignored it. But over time, he noticed something odd. The bobcat wasn't just watching. It was studying. When Ethan stacked firewood, the bobcat crept closer, tilting its head as if memorizing his movements. When he set traps to catch rabbits, the bobcat watched intently and then mimicked the same technique in the snow the next day. Ethan began calling him Scout. Weeks passed, and Scout started visiting in daylight. He'd sit a few feet away while Ethan worked, silently observing everything. Once, Ethan accidentally dropped his glove. Scout picked it up delicately and placed it on the porch before slinking away. But then winter deepened, and the stakes rose. A fierce storm rolled through, and the woods became dangerous. Ethan struggled to keep the generator running, chopping wood in bitter winds. One night, while fixing the roof, he slipped and gashed his leg badly. Bleeding and weak, he collapsed inside, unsure if he'd make it through the night. But at dawn, Scout appeared again, only this time, he didn't just watch. The bobcat pawed at the door, scratched a line on the frozen ground, then waited. Ethan, barely able to stand, decided to follow him. Limping through the snow, he was led to a nearby ranger shed, a place Ethan hadn't noticed before. Inside were medical supplies, food, and a working radio. Ethan managed to clean and bandage his leg, radio for help, and rest. When he stumbled back outside, Scout was still there, sitting quietly. The bobcat met his eyes, then walked toward the forest but paused to scratch a shape in the snow, a circle with 3 lines crossing through it. To Ethan, it looked like the mountains, the river, and a cabin, all connected. He realized Scout had been watching him, learning what humans did to survive, and now was teaching him that everything in the wilderness was tied together. When rescue arrived hours later, Scout was gone. That spring, as the snow melted, Ethan sometimes found Scout's tracks near the cabin, but he never approached again. Ethan repaired the old shed and filled it with supplies for anyone who might get lost or hurt. And every winter, he leaves food at the edge of the woods, just in case Scout returns. To this day, Ethan tells the story of the bobcat who watched, learned, and reminded him, nature sees us, learns from us, and hopes we learn back.